So sexually, do you want to open and offer your light to be seen and taken, or do you want to penetrate with unmovable consciousness so your partner offers their light? It's fun to do both, but which do you, when you fantasize, when you feel into your deepest heart, do you want somebody whose unwavering presence just takes you open, or do you want somebody who invites you to take them open with your unwavering presence? Which would you prefer?
The first one.
So you have a feminine essence. You want to be taken open.
Yeah.
So the question is not should you be masculine or feminine through the day. Basically, you need both. The question is in intimacy. He wants to feel the invitation of love so deeply that all of his fears fade in comparison to the strength of your yearning to be entered. Then you draw him beyond his fears, just as you want him to feel him persist through your not now that and over time you will be softened onto God, and he will be the one softening you, and his consciousness will be pervading you constantly, always. You'll always be inviting him when he slips, inviting him with your worship. He'll slip in moments you draw him back. Okay?
We had a terminal misunderstanding in this relationship.
Yeah.
It was just destined to, to go nowhere. We kept coming up against the same stuff, and nobody had the wherewithal or the understanding to navigate those waters.
To me, life is far too valuable to waste in a relationship that isn't opening my heart and her heart way more than we could on our own. If it's opening us way more than we could on our own, I will stay in it even if it's a horribly difficult, uncomfortable, painful relationship. But when it comes to the time that our hearts are no longer opening, when we cannot serve each other anymore to open, if our friends come to us and even after years of practice and suggestions, we don't make a difference, as you're saying, at that point, intimate relationship is basically a waste of time. I would say from the time that you're not sure that the intimacy is opening your heart, I would give it some years from that time, because people grow and open. I wouldn't give it days. I would give it years. But if you have felt this way for some years, it's your life. I think for your health, and for the health of the relationship secondarily, but for your health, you have to get a life. You have to decide what your life's about and do it absolutely and live it so fully. She is begging you to give her some of that energy and attention. I think you need to be showing her such a pillar of strength and a pillar of clarity and a pillar of love in every moment. So you do what you have to do that. Meditation, yoga, study with a teacher, go out in the wilderness, lift weights. I don't know what combination of things. You just have to do what you have to do and get it together and go all of the way. And nothing else is going to stop you. Not her, not your worries, not your fears, not the social climate. Just do what you have to do to know your deepest purpose and live it. And then you hold that like a staff, and she could hold onto that staff with you or not. But until you have that staff planted firmly in the ground, until you know where you're going, until you're grounded in a depth that when women hear you talk, they're going, good, I hope she dumps him because I'm on that train if she gets off. And one thing I could picture you doing is walking onto that land like a lion. All this work is going on. You see her ex flirting with her. You just say, come here. You take him off to the side. You have a talk with him. Are you prepared to take this woman for the rest of her life and guide her open to God? And he'll go, no. And you can say, I am prepared. So lay off. I mean, you claim what you want as yours in that clarity. These men are just men. I mean, anyone's going to hit on her. What do you think she's doing all day? Walking around, doing her little thing. You don't think she likes being surrounded by workmen? Do you have any idea? I didn't, so I'm not asking you to. How sexy women find workmen? I mean, a woman recently told me that the sexiest smell she knew was cement, like dry cement. Think about it. I'm not lying. I am not lying. I swear to God. Sexiest smell she knew. You're competing with cement, buddy.
What it felt like is we were either going to kill each other or simply split up and go our own separate ways, because we were just falling into that old mediocre rut of two people being together and not knowing how to really connect and meet each other and support each other in optimizing what was possible between us. And it really wasn't until I met David that I began to recognize what it meant to really become a man and meet my woman. And I do believe David saved our relationship, because neither one of us would have settled for mediocrity.